Welcome to the Front Row from Home pre-show. My name is Jason Roth, Regional External Affairs Manager for TECO People's Gas, proud board member of the Florida Theater and co-chair of tonight's event, Front Row from Home. In order to watch this pre-show, you needed to purchase an individual ticket or host party sponsorship package to Front Row from Home, which you did, and we so appreciate it. Thanks to your support, our team at the Florida Theater was able to put together a truly spectacular live stream event that will not only be made available to the public for free, but will also assist in the annual fundraising needs to sustain the historic nonprofit Florida Theater. To thank you for your contribution, we've put together a one-of-a-kind pre-show to get you in the mood to watch Front Row from Home tonight. Tonight's pre-show will include a private cocktail class with Jim Webb of Manifest Distilling, stories from patrons, ushers, and staff about their experiences at the Florida Theater and what the theater means to them, Florida Theater trivia, and more. Thank you again for supporting the Florida Theater and our virtual benefit Front Row from Home. We're thrilled to have you and hope you enjoy this exclusive opportunity.
We went to go see High Fidelity play at the Florida Theater, and John Cusack was there, and he just was like there. I thought that he was just gonna kind of talk during the movie, but after the movie, Melissa Ross interviewed him on stage, and she just kind of said like, "Hey, does anybody want to come down and ask John a question?" And I was like, you know what? When else am I going to ask John Cusack a question? No idea what I was going to say to John Cusack. I was just like, all right, I'm going to get up. And Marcy was like, no, don't get, okay, just go. And so I went, not thinking that I would even make it through this line to even be able to talk to him. And so the line kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter, and I made it to the front. And I just told him about how I was a big fan of Better Off Dead when I was a kid. And I was like, oh, and by the way, I want my $2, not thinking that anything was going to happen with it. So John Cusack said, okay, and stood up and then handed me a $2 bill. much to my surprise. And so I keep the $2 bill in my wallet all the time for good luck. It's this $2 bill, which is a special edition $2 bill. So not only did John Cusack give me a $2 bill, he gave me a limited edition $2 bill that is actually worth $25. So I keep it with me all the time, like as a good luck charm, but it was the end of 2019 and then 2020 happened. So I honestly don't know if it's like a cursed $2 bill or if it's, just good luck for me. So I met John Cusack, and that was my favorite moment at the Florida Theater. And since then, I randomly have strangers come up to me and say, "Hey, you're that girl that got money from John Cusack." And I'm like, yeah, that was me. I did it. It was fun.
But my most memorable moment at the Florida Theater is when we opened up for Tower of Power. I've been a big fan since I was a kid. Most people here in Florida know me as the singer, guitar player guy, but I'm actually a bass player first. I studied bass in school, and all the bands I played in throughout the years, I was a bass player. And so huge fan of the bass player from Tower of Power, Rocco Prestia. But he had been sick like a long time. So when we opened up for him, I was like, there's no way he's gonna be there. They're gonna have a sub or whatever, We show up and he's there playing for them. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, dude, that's Rocco. So, we were able to watch their sound check. He's killing it. The whole band's killing it. We're able to meet him, got pictures with him, the whole deal. And of course, their set was killer. But then he died like last September in 2020. So I'm so thankful that we were able to open up for them, and I was able to meet him because he was such a hero of mine growing up. And so I think it's probably going to be my biggest memory playing there. It's just neat that the Florida Theater allows local and regional talent to open up for some of these really big artists, and that they would see that I was, I don't know, say worthy, but that we're a good enough band to do that, and there's been so many great shows. I opened up for Betty, I think it's pronounced Levette, Betty Levette there. I opened up for, we've done some galas, like these Rock the Decade galas there that were always neat. Here's another funny memory. I remember we did one that was kind of this futuristic thing there, and I designed these shirts for each of the band members. I'm a big Trekkie guy, and so I designed these shirts that are black, and we put these silver, everybody in the band had their own little logo. So the bass player, I made him the bass clef was on his thing. The drummer, I put some drumsticks on it. It was so cheesy, but it looked great. It was sparkly, and everything was sparkling on their outfits, and just trying to make it lively or whatever, but that was a fun gala. But yeah, I've got some great memories there. I'm really glad that we've been able to do that. I love that theater. It just always sounds great in there, and they're always so creative there and try to make the shows fun, and the staff and all the techs are just amazing there. So yeah, thanks for letting me be a part of all the coolness there.
Front Row from Home, Florida Theater's annual benefit party goes virtual.
Join me, Catalina Sylvain and Steve Smith for performances and guest appearances by Jacksonville's best.
Visit frontrowfromhome.com for more details.
my mom and dad loved going to the movies, and they would take us to the nursery, which I believe was on the 3rd floor. And they would check us in, and the ladies in white would greet them, and they would check us in. And then we had full reign of the nursery. There was toys, there was blocks. But the biggest thing that stuck out in my mind was the huge picture of the baby on the wall holding some sort of toy. It might have been a duck. It was like a Gerber food type picture. And it took up the entire wall. And in front of that was a little glider, and you would sit in it and go back and forth like this. And my sister and I would get in that thing, and we could just go to town with that. That was my favorite thing to do there. And then they had little cribs with like bars on it for the little infants. And we were older, thank goodness we didn't have to go sit in one of those infant things. But then when the parents were coming to pick you up, it was like a 5-foot high box wooden gate. And you would not know if your parents came to pick you up until you saw the tops of their heads. So when your heads of your parents showed, you knew it was time to go home. Okay.
You know what I love about the Florida Theater? It's right here. I work down there. It's right there. I can walk somewhere where Elvis performs. I mean, I think that is absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. It's historic. Oh, and by the way, I love Saul. Shout out to Saul. Go Florida Theater. Love it.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you very much for coming. My name is Jim Webb. I'm the general manager and a partner down here at Manifest Distilling. We're a small, locally owned craft distillery several blocks east of the Florida Theater. Here we make vodka, gin, rye whiskey.
What are we making today?
We're going to do a Florida citrus cocktail with our Florida citrus vodka.
Florida citrus cocktail for the Florida Theater, right?
Exactly.
Right. It all kind of comes together.
Comes together, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going to add some Florida citrus. It's our potato vodka, once again made with lemon, orange, and grapefruits from Florida.
Okay.
And then we're going to add some grapefruit soda to it.
Grapefruit soda.
Yes.
Fizzy stuff.
Fizzy stuff, exactly.
Right.
And now our vodka is made, our vodka is made from potatoes, but the flavor comes from the skins of lemons, oranges, and grapefruits. So we're going to garnish it similarly.
So do you keep the skins like in the barrels, or how is vodka distilled?
What we do is we go and we get about 500 pounds of lemons, oranges, and grapefruits that have been juiced.
Yeah.
So they're squished, and so we get just the outside, the skins and the membranes.
Right.
Right. And so what we're going to do is we're going to add some more of that flavor to it. So we're going to, instead of taking a lemon wedge, we're going to take some of the lemon zest. And what we're going to do is we're going to express that on your glass.
I always go overboard with the lemon zest whenever I'm cooking with lemon zest.
You can never have too much citrus, never.
I'm here with you on that.
I agree
Too much
with you.
Florida.
It's like the only thing my kids will eat is lemon piccata. Like that's their favorite thing.
That sounds delicious.
There we go.
Hi, Anderson, Owen, Colson.
Anyway, so here we have a cocktail.
Daddy's drinking.
Cheers.
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 Okay, so probably my favorite memory at the Florida Theater was probably 5 years back. I was going to see the band Need to Breathe. And on the drive there, I saw the band actually just walking down the street and was like, oh, that's crazy. So I pulled up onto the sidewalk, probably not legal, but that's fun. And I like yell at them and they run up and I take a selfie with them in my car. And then they just keep walking and then I go park down the street. And then as I'm walking to the Florida Theater, I realize they were walking away they have a couple hours before they actually go on, maybe like 2 hours. I'm like, oh, they're getting food. And so I go to the theater, and also I got to say, this is on my birthday as well. So it was a really cool moment to have all this happening on my birthday. And so then I go to the theater to see the opening band, Welshly Arms, and they ended up being a lot better than I expected. And I was like, man, that's cool. Like, I want to go and get their record and support them. And so I go outside and I am in the merch line. And when I go to buy the record, apparently they had left the stage and another band was up, and they all just came like running around the corner to go hang out with anyone who's trying to buy their merch, which at the time was just me because I was in the back of the line. And then everyone went in to see Cold War Kids because they were the next band. And so then I just got to hang outside with Welshly Arms and chat with them, and they all signed my record, and we had like a great time to kind of pointed them in the direction of like different spots in Jacksonville they should go to after the show, which was again Burrito Gallery, Volstead, things like that. And then then I got to go inside and watch my favorite band perform like an incredible set, and had front row tickets. So yeah, that's probably my best memory at the Florida Theater, was being able to, like, right before the show, go to a local restaurant and see the band, and then meet the opening band, and then still see an awesome show all in, the span of like 4 hours.
Hey, this is Gavin Turner, and I was asked to come up with my favorite memory of the Florida Theater, and I have to be honest, it's almost like asking my favorite ice cream flavor. There's so many great ones. It even extends back before I was born. My father, Lee Turner, grew up going to see the movies at the Florida Theater, and his piano teacher, Jimmy Knight, would play the organ at those movies as he would grow up. So, and then of course, he would take me to events at the Florida Theater all my life. And it's just really been a big part of our family. And I guess if I have to pick a couple of stories I'll share, my 23-year-old son, Griffin, is a fine guitarist, and he loves Toto. So I took him to see Toto and got the VIP package. And seeing my son meet one of his heroes and shaking his hand is just something incredible. And then sitting in the third row and watching this group perform and hearing this packed house singing Africa, the chorus to Africa, it was just an amazing experience. And then secondly, my daughter, Emily, who's 19, is a big Grace Potter fan. Now, I've seen Grace Potter twice at the Florida Theater, but the second time I took her and we sat on the front row, and just seeing my daughter completely starstruck, looking at Grace Potter, singing along with all the songs, that's just something that money can't buy. So again, so many great memories with the Florida Theater, and my hat's off to the staff and the volunteers that make that magic happen, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're creating amazing memories for generations to come.
My name is Jake Gordon. I'm the CEO of Downtown Vision here in lovely downtown Jacksonville. And my favorite Florida theater memory is the comedy shows. I love stand-up comedy. The Florida Theater is an incredible venue to see stand-up comedians. I've seen Dave Chappelle, John Mulaney, so many others. It's just an unbelievable feeling. It's a intimate theater, but it's big for stand-up comedy, so you get the best stand-up comedians play the Florida Theater in downtown Jacksonville, and it's just an incredible show. But my favorite show ever was Bert Kreischer, the Machine. I went with my wife, and I got to meet him at the end of the show, and he didn't have his shirt on, so I told my lovely wife Dana, I said, I'm going to take a picture with him and I'm going to take off my shirt also. And so look at how happy Dana is to be in a Bert Jake sandwich, Bert Kreischer, the Machine. Such an incredible show. Thanks so much to the Florida Theater for being able to meet him afterwards. And so hopefully all of you are donating to the incredible theater. Numa and his whole team do an incredible job. And I have such great memories and hope to make many, many more.
So I have a 3.5-year-old boy, so Wild Kratts is really big in my house, and this was the last big thing we did as a family before the pandemic happened. He was 2.5 at the time, and I didn't really know if he would understand what was going on with a live show, but when Chris and Martin walked out on that stage, my son just went into full fan mode and started yelling, yes! And it was just the best as a parent. It was one of our favorite memories of just seeing him so excited to see the people he loved so much.
I have so many memories being at the Florida Theater. I've attended many shows and events there over the years. But the one that stands out the most, and it's actually even the most recent one, before COVID-19 hit, the last annual dance recital that my daughter Bridget was a part of was at the Florida Theater. And just such an intimate setting, all the beautiful architecture and the history there. But then seeing all the dancers from Ballet Arts Center, which is the organization, the studio that Bridget dances with, it was just a memorable night. And the funny part is it was the ending of their annual dance year, and a bunch of dads had trained to do a little routine, which was pretty hilarious. I actually enjoyed sitting in the audience and laughing as they demonstrated their inability to dance. Last year we couldn't be indoors. We were supposed to be at Florida Theater, but COVID-19 hit. So we actually did one of these outdoors, and I was actually a part of that Dance Dads team. But I'm looking forward, hopefully, to being back in the Florida Theater with another one of these soon.
Hi, I'm Leslie Gordon, and my most favorite and memorable moment at the Florida Theater was this one, where I got to put my hand on Tommy Shaw's foot while he was singing. I think it was Too Much Time on My Hands. I'm a huge Tommy Shaw fan, a huge Styx fan, and that was definitely one of the most memorable moments at the theater, and there have been many wonderful moments, but that was great. Thank you, Florida Theater.
One Christmas, I got a present from my wonderful son-in-law, Michael, and it was tickets to see Frankie Valli. And I thought, oh, wow, that's great. So I went to the studio to see the show and got there. And lo and behold, they put me in the front row of the Florida Theater. And I'm like looking around and I'm seeing all these people, and it was a sold out show. Show was wonderful. And we had a break, intermission. And after the intermission, we came back to our seats. And Frankie came up to the mic and he said, there's a special lady here I want everyone to meet. And he introduced me and gave me one of his CDs and told everyone there that he was my background singer when I was singing. And then after the show, the head of the Florida Theater came and got me, and he said that he wanted to see me. And then we went to the back of the theater, and he came out and we talked, and just how you doing and how, your life, because he's had so many ups and downs, which he was kind enough to share with me. And not that I would share them with anybody else, but he really had a really rough. And he told me how happy he was. He had found someone and that he was very happy and that his boys were doing well. And so I was happy for him because I was very happy and I wanted him to be happy too. And it was an amazing thing for this old girl to be sitting in the front row of the Florida Theater and have the Frankie Valli himself come down, put his hand out to me, and then turn around, and the whole Florida Theater was packed and everybody was clapping. And I mean, I was like, whoa, I was waving hi. And I was so impressed with myself. You know what I mean? I didn't take any deep bows or anything, but I really, that was really nice. A lot of people live their whole life and don't have something like that. But what an ovation. It was really terrific.
Probably the most memorable is when I was overdue with my first child, so 9+ months pregnant with my first child. And we went to go see Merle Haggard at the Florida Theater in January of 2011. And so as we were going to our seats and I was trying to navigate the aisle with my very big belly, there was gasps from the other patrons in the aisle. And one woman yelled out, "Are you going to have that baby here tonight?" And thankfully I did not, but we enjoyed the show and continue to enjoy Merle Haggard's music.
Hi, everyone. It's Melissa Ross from First Coast Connect at WJCT. I have great memories at the Florida Theater. I remember moderating events with John Cusack, the actor, and Carrie Elwes, another actor from The Princess Bride. But the best memory I have is attending a screening of the HBO film Recount at the Florida Theater. I had a bit part in that movie, and when we arrived at Florida Theater, the tickets we presented to get in for the special premiere were in the form of a hanging Chad from the 2000 Florida ballot. And I'll never forget sitting in the theater watching this film unspool that me and some of my friends had small parts in. That was a special memory. Thanks, Florida Theater.
Well, thank you again for coming out tonight, folks. Hope you're enjoying your cocktail, and I can't wait to be able to see you at the Florida Theater in person where we can share one again. If you'd like to know more about us, we're at manifestdistilling.com, and you can find other cocktails and recipes on our website. But once again, hope to see you at the Florida Theater in person. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Front Row from Home pre-show. I'm Randy Guthard, Vice President and Private Wealth Advisor with Synovus, and proud Florida Theater Board member and co-chair of tonight's event, Front Row from Home. On behalf of the Florida Theater team, I want to say thank you so much for your contribution tonight. You have made sure that even into its 94th year, the Florida Theater is alive and kicking, which is amazing. This pre-show, along with your Florida Theater merchandise, the Manifest cocktail kits, and other basket goodies are a small token of our gratitude to you for supporting the nonprofit Florida Theater. The main event, Front Row from Home, will begin shortly, but while you're watching tonight, don't forget to be social. Use hashtag Front Row from Home and take and share photos and videos. You can also follow the Florida Theater tonight for all the latest fundraising updates and other Front Row from Home info on the Florida Theater's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you again for joining us tonight. We'll see you at Front Row from Home.
We interrupt your virtual experience for a virtual update on the virtual world. Since I started talking, an estimated 500,000 Americans now have lost the ability to be heard on Zoom calls after failing to click on their microphone button. To make matters worse, your grandfather can't figure out how to turn on his webcam, while your work colleague going to the bathroom has forgotten to turn off hers. It's a nationwide epidemic that is only getting worse as more and more of us meet online. To address the issue, I'm joined virtually by two of your virtual hosts for this evening's virtual fundraiser, virtual Ken Amaro and virtual Steve Smith. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
It's a virtual pleasure to be with you tonight, Bob, for this experience.
Steve, let's start with you. The idea of trying to solicit funds for a live theater by using a virtual event sounds really intimidating. What can viewers expect tonight?
They can expect incredible entertainment. We have an outstanding lineup of musicians like the band Be Easy and Billy Buchanan, who will perform for us. It will be professional and first class all the way.
I'm sorry, Ken, are you wearing pajama bottoms?
Yes, I am, Bob. Very fashionable. And that's the great thing about being virtual. All that matters is what's on camera. Matter of fact, I invite all of our viewers to make themselves at home this evening. Watch the show in your underwear if you want. Steve, let's keep our pants on as hosts.
Oh, right.
Bottom line, Bob, we don't care what our viewers do as long as they enjoy the show and make a donation or two or three to the Florida Theater along the way.
Very well, gentlemen. I, for one, have taken you up on your advice and have removed my pants to enjoy tonight's festivities. Let the show go on. Yes.
Oh, good Lord.
I am feeling like dancing. Very much.
How do we
this
unsee
feels
that?
Liberating. Hey, it's cold in here, right? It's a touch cold, right?
Welcome to Front Row from Home, presented by Dex Imaging, a virtual fundraiser for the nonprofit Florida Theater. Your hosts tonight are Steve Smith, Catalina Sylvain, and Ken Amaro. Featuring musical performances by the Chris Thomas Band, Billy Buchanan, the band Be Easy, the Honey Hounds, and Akia Uwanda. Plus special guest appearances by Dave Kaz, 38 Special, the Lords of 52nd Street, Mindy Abaird, Little River Band, Adam Trent, Judy Collins, and Brian Regan. Now, here are your hosts, Steve Smith, Catalina Sylvain, and Ken Amaro.
Good evening and welcome to Front Row from Home, a virtual fundraiser for the nonprofit Florida Theater in downtown Jacksonville, Florida. I'm meteorologist Steve Smith. I'm joined by Ken Amaro from First Coast News, he's on your side, and Catalina Sylvain from 97.9 KISS FM. We're here to raise money for the historic Florida Theater.
The Florida Theater's annual benefit party is a traditional part of the spring social calendar here in Jacksonville. In a good year, money just rains from the sky and enables the Florida Theater's arts education programs, cultural programs, and the theater preservation work.
Because we can't gather in person for a wild dance party this year, and because it would be creepy if the three of us just showed up at your houses unannounced, we're coming into your homes virtually to raise money for a good cause, the nonprofit Florida Theater and its arts education, theater preservation, and cultural programs.
For the next hour, you can expect musical entertainment from some of Northeast Florida's best performing artists, informative information about what your money supports, and many opportunities to donate, all without having to leave your couch. It's lazy work. I love it.
And donate is the key. Our goal tonight is to raise $250,000, and there are a couple of ways that you can help. You can call the box office right now and donate over the phone. The number is 904-355-ARTS, 904-355-ARTS, Or you can text the word front row to the number 797979. Or you know what? You can go to floridatheater.com or frontrowfromhome.com and you can give online. We'd love for you to give.
Those are all the ways you can give philanthropically tonight. If you want to get something in return for your money and get a good deal at the same time, we love a deal. We also have an awesome silent auction tonight with incredible items you can bid on, such as a week-long stay at a house in Colorado. Wow, que fancy. A curated wine collection. I might fight you for that one. And great restaurant packages to some of Jacksonville's best restaurants. The auction is now open online. Go to floridatheater.com or frontrowfromhome.com to start bidding right now. Get in there.
With all that said, our goal is to raise $250,000 tonight. And the good news is that we're already well on our way, thanks to sponsorship from these outstanding Florida Theater supporters.
We want to thank presenting sponsor Dex Imaging, floor show sponsors, the Florida Times Union, Eisman and Russo Inc., the Lazara Family Foundation, Mountain Star Capital, First Coast News. Auction sponsor, Winn-Dixie. Host Party Box sponsor, Community First Credit Union. Segment sponsors, Ald and White, BBVA, Remedy Staffing. Encore sponsors, Cecil Powell and Company, Tico People's Gas, Synovus Bank, CK Direct, Miller Electric, Edwards and Raggett's PA, CSX, Dr. Patrick and Leslie Gordon, Chad Labens and Michael Myers, WK and Connie McDaniel, Tom and Maureen Bowling, Lisa Gibbs.
We're already well on the way towards the goal, and with your help, we'll get the rest of the way in the next 60 minutes. Go to floridatheater.com or frontrowfromhome.com right now to give by phone, to give online, or to make an auction bid on an exciting auction item.
And as you stated earlier, they're very exciting. But before we do anything else, we need to thank our presenting sponsor tonight, Dex Imaging. And here to say a few words is Dex Imaging, Angela Merritt.
I once heard it said that entertainment is the greatest socialization force in the world. This past year has been challenging for everyone. We've all had to find ways to socialize a bit differently. As we are making strides navigating through the pandemic, Dex Imaging is excited that we can sponsor this event and bring a unique show directly to your living room. Music brings solace to me. I'm excited to see live entertainment again, especially here in my favorite venue. We hope you enjoyed tonight's event, Front Row from Home. We also encourage you to check out the theater website and purchase tickets to one of the upcoming shows and support our local historical theater. The Florida Theater has a rich history in our Jacksonville community since 1927. It has brought talent legends like Ray Charles, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, George Carlin, and Bernie Mac to our River City. With its 1,900 full seating capacity and intimate setting, every event you see here, regardless of where you're sitting, is like being on the front row. Thank you for supporting this wonderful venue, arts, and entertainment, and for being part of this event, Front Row from Home. Now please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Thank you. And now, to get the evening off on the right foot, we have some great entertainment for you. Here to introduce the first musical guest is Michael Green from Eisman and Russo.
Hello, I am Michael Green, and on behalf of my company, Eisman and Russo, my wife Tracy, and my family, I want to thank you for watching Front Row from Home. Music, especially live music, has always been a significant part of my life. It is my own personal soundtrack that connects me to time and place. When I moved to Jacksonville 30 years ago, I searched for a location where I could continue to build those memories. I found the Florida Theater. I have been to over 300 performances at this beautiful venue. I've been here with friends and family, and in many ways, my children grew up here. They have experienced diverse sounds and visuals and cultures that they will carry throughout their lives. A live event is an experience, and the Florida Theater provides the perfect location to live that experience. The Florida Theater is truly a community treasure that Jacksonville is blessed to have. Although it is a piece of history, it is not stagnant and old. It is vibrant. It is a place where we can all share what we have in common, and share our joy. Although this has been a very strange year, we are beginning to be able to rejoin our communities and enjoy life together. I invite you to join me in supporting music, community, and family by donating or bidding on a silent auction item at frontrowfromhome.com to support the Florida Theater. Thank you, and give a warm welcome to the Chris Thomas Band.
Oh, she may be weary, young girls, they do get weary, wearing that same old shabby dress. Hi, hey. But while she's waiting, try a little tenderness. You don't wait, just anticipate for things you may never possess yet. But while she's waiting, without them, just try a little tenderness. That's all you gotta do. It's not just a sentimental. No. She has a grief and her care. But those soft words, they are spoken so gentle. It makes it easier to bear. Come on, you won't regret it no more. Young girls, they don't forget it. Hey, love is their only happiness. Yeah. But that's also easy. Yeah. See, all you got to do is just try a little tenderness. Yeah. All you got to do is, man, hold her where you want her. Hey, you got to squeeze her, or don't tease, never leave her. Get to her, try a little tenderness. City here, you gotta know how to love a man. You be so happy, you got to squeeze her, or don't tease, never leave. Get to her, now. Try a little tenderness. City here, yeah. Oh, you got to squeeze her, don't tease her, never leave her. Oh, yeah. You gotta try a little tenderness.
Jacksonville, we're your hometown band, 38 Special. Now, as you all know, this last year has been tough on all of us in the entertainment industry, with venues having to lock down and artists not having a traditional place to perform. And as growing up in Jacksonville, we recognize how important the Florida Theater is to the art and culture of this great city. And now we just ask you if you can do what you can to support this theater, and so groups like us can keep coming back and playing venues like this, great Florida Theater, and also help give the next generation of artists a chance to hone their craft and build a loyal fan base, and we wouldn't want to lose that. So thank you for supporting the Florida Theater and keeping arts and music alive in Jacksonville. You got it.
38 Special. They've been friends of the Florida Theater for decades. Did you know the Florida Theater has been programmed and operated by a nonprofit corporation since 1987? Steve Smith and I serve on the board of directors of that organization, and we believe in transparency and have prepared 3 short videos this evening to show you what your money supports. Our first video is being sponsored by Alden White Constructors.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Numa Saisalin. I'm the president of the Florida Theater, and it's a great pleasure to be with you here tonight on Front Row from Home, our virtual fundraiser. One of the great pleasures of my job at the Florida Theater is standing right here in the lobby on a show night and welcoming all of you to a great performance that evening. Some nights I know a lot of you personally, and that's great because that means we're all part of the downtown community here for the same reason. And on many nights, I don't know anybody. And those nights are especially satisfying because it means brand new people have come to downtown Jacksonville and brand new people are experiencing the Florida Theater for the first time. This historic theater was the 6th theater on Forsyth Street when it was built in 1926. There were a total of 6 buildings within 4 blocks, and the Florida Theater is the only one that survived. The City Fathers, who had the foresight in 1980 to 83 to save the building, really bequeath a great treasure to subsequent generations. And the nonprofit Florida Theater Corporation is so pleased to be able to dedicate our resources to maintaining this beautiful building. The reason it's important for a nonprofit corporation to maintain this building is because you could certainly run this as a rock and roll club and sell a ton of beer and make money at it, but we're dedicated to more than that. We do put on great shows, and we have nothing against great rock and roll, but we're also dedicated to preserving the building because it's special and it makes Jacksonville and downtown Jacksonville unique. We're going to take a walk around tonight, and I'm going to show you some of the things we've done to preserve the building already and some of the things we need to do to make the building better. Like, for example, right above my head, right here in the lobby, there's peeling paint, and there's a few other places around the building where we're going to show you what needs to be done. So follow me as we take a walk around. If you've spent any amount of time at the Florida Theater, and if you spend enough money at our bars, sooner or later you spend some time in this room, one of our beautiful bathrooms. And if you've been in one of these rooms, you know they're less than aesthetically perfect. Our 5-year capital improvement plan includes spending some money to improve our bathrooms, to make them more beautiful, and to make more efficient use of the space involved. These doors behind me, which are the Noonan Street doors off our lobby, are a terrific example of why it's important for a nonprofit corporation to maintain this building. These doors, believe it or not, are regular old gray steel fire doors that we've retrofitted to make look historic. They look like big, heavy wood oak doors, but they're gray steel doors, faux painted with plaster appliques and wood appliques to make them look like big, heavy, old historic doors. Again, it's a level of attention to detail that keeps this historic theater looking historic and makes it a special place. If you've been to the Florida Theater since the pandemic began, you know there's good news. The Florida Theater was closed from March 9 to December 9th as part of the public health response to the COVID-19 pandemic. And since we've been reopened, we're at a limited capacity, only selling half of our seats and socially distanced at that. We use the blue seat socks you see behind me to separate pairs of customers with 2 seats left and right and front and back of you empty so that you're socially distanced from the other customers. And again, if you've been here, you know, that's not such great news, but the good news is that we have brand new seats. We were able to maintain and use some of the time last fall when we were closed anyway to replace all of the seats. We have 1,864 brand new seats. They are covered in plush red felted fabric. There's cup holders for the first time. Yes, we have cup holders in the Florida Theater for the very first time. And they're wider. The smallest seat in the Florida Theater used to be 14 inches wide. The smallest seat in the Florida Theater is now 19 inches wide, and there's more leg room too. So altogether, it's a more comfortable audience experience when you come back downtown to see a concert at the Florida Theater. It's another reason why it's important for a nonprofit corporation to maintain and program and preserve this building, because we care about keeping it historically accurate, but also comfortable and a welcoming place for you, the audience. Last summer, when we replaced the theater seats, we also replaced the theater sound system. And this year, during the summer and fall, we're spending a good deal of time on engineering and architectural drawings and replacing the theater stage lighting system. Our overall goal is to get the Florida Theater ready for its next 100 years. This beautiful old theater turns 100 in 2027, and we want to make it the best venue it can be for its next 100 years. One of the reasons it's so important that a nonprofit organization has the duty of preserving and managing and programming this building is because we care about these things and we care about making the building beautiful for you, the audience. Thank you for taking the time to tune in tonight and watch Front Row from home, and for allowing us to pitch you on the idea of supporting the theater. You can go to frontrowfromhome.com right now or floridatheater.com right now and make a silent auction, bid, or just make a donation in support of the Florida Theater. We thank you for patronizing this theater and for tuning in tonight.
Hey everybody, this is Brian Regan. I'm here at the Florida Theater in Jacksonville. I've performed here a number of times over the last, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, something like that. It's a beautiful venue, and I hope people out there support beautiful venues like the Florida Theater here in Jacksonville. So do what you can to help support such a beautiful place.
Now let's keep this party going. Here to introduce our next musical performer is one of our friends from Times Union Media.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Liz Borton from the Florida Times Union and Jacksonville.com. We couldn't be happier to support the Florida Theater and introduce Billy Buchanan and his Rock and Soul Review.
No secret, you're easy on the eyes. Show your eye. The way you move, my darling, your every motion takes my breath away. Yes, you do, baby. Show your eye. Show you right. I love it when you touch me. You send the shivers up and down my spine. Yes, you do, baby. Show you right. You make me wanna say, ooh, mama, show you. Thinking about you, thought of your presence gives me butterflies. Show you right, yeah. You make me wanna say, ooh, mama, show you right. Do, 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 do.
Hey, I'm saxophonist Dave Kaz, and allow me to take a few minutes of your time to tell you how much I, and probably you too as well, adore the Florida Theater in Jacksonville, Florida. Easily one of the top 5 places for us to play. We love coming there every Christmas tour, and we've been there in the summer as well. Walking into that building, the historic Florida Theater, and feeling all the energy that has graced that stage for generations, it sort of inspires us as artists to be the best that we possibly can be and do the best show that we can. And I look out in the audience every time at that theater, and I'm just so amazed by the energy of the audience there in Jacksonville and how much they love the venue as much as the music they go to see in the venue. And especially with COVID over the last year, heritage venues like the Florida Theater have been so hard hit because there have not been any tours really going on, or the number of tours is so decreased because of health restrictions. And I really, really hope that we will be back and better this coming year. Looking forward to bringing our Christmas show, God willing, back to the Florida Theater this year. But I encourage you to donate in any way possible to keep their doors open and flourishing, because all of these venues across the United States have been so hard hit and need our help now more than ever. So please give, and give generously, to keep the Florida Theater being one of the greatest venues in the United States of America. Kevin Stone and his team, thank you very, very much for always making us feel so special when we walk through those doors, and look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Dave Coz. We know his Christmas show is a staple for so many families here on the First Coast. Now, the Florida Theater, as an organization, is committed to helping to bring the magic of music, dance, and theater into the lives of the young people of our community. Here's a short video to explain how your support tonight supports this effort.
According to several concert and venue industry magazines, the Florida Theater is one of the top 100 most attended concert venues in the country. Audiences know it is the best place to see a show in Northeast Florida and Southern Georgia. What you might not know about are the Florida Theater's arts education and community engagement programs. In addition to the 100,000 or more people who attend concerts at night, over 30,000 school children a year come to the Florida Theater during the day for an arts education performance presented by TheaterWorks, a program of the Florida Theater that brings the best professional touring children's theater to Jacksonville. School children from all over the First Coast region attend the Florida Theater for these page-to-stage theatrical adaptations of classic children's literature. Thanks to corporate partners and fundraising events such as tonight, we were able to offer these performances at under $10 a ticket, and to offer free tickets to Title I schools. Many First Coast children have seen their very first live theater performances at the Florida Theater. Because of support from the fundraising events like tonight, many of the Florida Theater's main stage performers are also able to interact with school children and area students, enriching their music and arts education experience. On the community engagement front, each year the Florida Theater donates about $25,000 of tickets a year to charity auctions and fundraisers, and veterans organizations such as VetTix. The Florida Theater also makes its building and services available at a discounted rate to other nonprofit organizations and art organizations, such as the Community Nutcracker, Jacksonville Children's Chorus, and Beaches Fine Arts.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rob Menny, and I'm the President and General Manager of First Coast News here in Jacksonville, and I would like to welcome you to tonight's event. We are a proud partner with the Florida Theater and love the way that they serve this community. You can help the Florida Theater by going to frontrowfromhome.com and making your donation to make more events like this possible. Without any further ado tonight, here is Akia Yawanda.
know you seem familiar to me. I saw you standing there, looked like I knew you from somewhere. Maybe another lifetime, maybe in front of the line. I hear a melody so sweet, the sounds of your vibrations knock me off my feet. Essence of you in this time and place, something about your soul, you smell, your sound, your face. Ooh, you seem familiar to me. You seem familiar to me. Now you seem familiar to me, to me. You seem familiar. you standing there, felt like I knew you from somewhere. Maybe another lifetime, maybe in front of the line. I hear a melody so sweet, the sounds of your vibrations knock me off my feet. Essence of you in this time and place, something about your soul, your smell, your style, your phrase. Ooh, you seem familiar to me, to me. You seem familiar to me. Now you seem familiar to me, to me. You seem familiar. You seem familiar to me. To me.
Many of us know the Florida Theater for rock concerts and stand-up comedians. You're going to meet new friends and see old friends here, but the theater is also an outstanding promoter of cultural programs in our region as well. Now here's a short video to explain how your support tonight makes that possible.
Rock concerts and stand-up comedians at the Florida Theater generally pay for themselves. But the performances that make the theater special, that stick out in our mind, that we remember forever, are the cultural performances. In our community, they require financial support. If we did not provide financial support, many of these performing artists would not have a stage in Jacksonville. Diverse programs such as Momix, Savion Glover, and Palobolas would not come to Northeast Florida if the Florida Theater were unable to pay them. Your support of fundraising events like tonight helps bridge the gap between the box office and the budget and make performances like Black Violin, Hip Hop Nutcracker, The 10 Tenors, Moominshans, and Kodo in Northeast Florida possible.
Hi, I'm saxophonist, vocalist Mindy Hebert, and I just want to take a moment of your time to talk to you about how much I love the Florida Theater. The Florida Theater is one of those rare gems. So many theaters have gone under, so many theaters have been made into something else, but the Florida Theater is this incredible, historic monument to music, to entertainment, to theater. I mean, every time I've walked in, I just have to stand in wonderment. It's such a beautiful place to see music. And I love it. Whenever I play there, all of my friends and fans, they want to go to the Florida Theater because it's as much about going into the theater and just being a part of its wonderment as it is seeing the show that you're seeing. So I have built my career there. And I was born and raised in St. Petersburg, Florida. So to have a theater in Jacksonville, so close, that was my first year of college at University of North Florida. It really became a place that I built my career. So I hope that you think about this year supporting the places that are so integral to our community, not only for music, but our community at large. Their outreach at the Florida Theater is incredible, what it brings to the community. So for those of us who have grown up, built our careers in it, I hope that you will reach out, donate if you can, give if you can to the Florida Theater. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome. I am Irene Lazara, and our family foundation, along with Mountain Star Capital, are two of the proud sponsors of this year's benefit, Front Row from Home. We love the Florida Theater's mission to provide quality entertainment to our diverse community in a beautifully preserved historic theater. Tonight's event is not only to raise funds for the Florida Theater, although that is very important to ensuring its future, but to provide a good time and great music for everyone with us tonight. At this time, I am thrilled to introduce the Honeyhounds.
But now I guess the secret's out. You know I love your lullabies, your northeast, west, and south. She said, baby, nice try, maybe in the next life. Oh, well, you got a lovely face, but you play your wicked. Your love is changing by the day. The good and bad, it felt the same. She said, maybe nice try, maybe in the next life. That's when you caught me out the blue and tell me that your love it grew and that you'll never be untrue. I say, baby, nice try, maybe in the next life. I saw you leaving the club on the other side of town, left you spare keys to my heart. If ever you're around, everything that love could do was already done. So close yet nowhere away. Now our final season's on, baby, it's only trouble with you.
Hello, Florida Theater. It is magician Adam Trent here from the hit Broadway show The Illusionists, from Netflix's The Road Trick. I want to say hello to everyone at the Florida Theater. It is a very special place to me, to many artists around the country. Kevin Stone is a great person. He runs that place amazingly, and I know that a lot of touring people always talk about the Florida Theater as kind of a little gem that we all look forward to in Jacksonville. I want to show you all a quick trick, actually, and we're going to do this together. You see here I have 5 cards. I want you to go ahead and think of one of these 5 cards. Only one of them. Go ahead and choose one. Did you get one? You got one? Good. I'm going to go ahead and fan these out like this, and I'm going to read your mind. I believe the card that you are thinking of is, I believe it's this one right here. So I'm going to remove that card from it. And if it works properly, I should have just removed your card. I'll see you soon, Florida Theater. Hey, Kevin Stone. Hey, everyone else. Take care.
Hi there. I'm Liberty DeVito. I played for 30 years with Billy Joel, and now I play with 3 of the original members of the Billy Joel Band, myself, Richie Cannata, and Russell Javers. We play as the Lords of 52nd Street. We've played multiple times at the Florida Theater in Jacksonville. I have fond memories of the Florida Theater because I played once before with a band called Big People that I played with that had multiple players from big-time bands. During this crisis, this pandemic, a lot of the venues have been suffering, and some of them have closed, some of them are about to go under. We need your support. Please, anything could help. Hopefully, we'll get through this pandemic soon, and me and the Lords of 52nd Street will see you again at the Florida Theater in Jacksonville. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Judy Collins, and as you probably know, I have performed at the Florida Theater many times, and I can't wait to get back there. As we know, during the pandemic, theaters all over the country have suffered, and I hope that you'll find it in your heart to make a contribution to the Florida Theater and to help all of the theaters around the state and the country that you can reach out to. It will make a huge difference, and it'll help to keep Florida arts alive and to make you happy. So please help.
Hey everybody, Wayne Nelson here from Little River Band. The folks at Florida Theater have asked us to say something to you about what Jacksonville and what the Florida Theater mean to us. In a word, that would be everything. Little River Band broke in America in 1976 on Jacksonville radio. A DJ named Bill Bartlett was playing Long Way There and digging further into that record, that first record, and Little River Band exploded across the country. And the Florida Theater couldn't be a better place for us to come back home, if you will, to present Little River Band music over the years. All of those experiences have been wonderful. The building breathes with the music, and we just love it there. Looking from the stage out to that sea of people on the floor and up in that balcony is very inspiring. For sure, one of our top 5 theaters in the whole country to come and play, especially because it's in Jacksonville. Please support the Florida Theater in their virtual gala this year. Can't wait till COVID lets the doors come open again. And if all goes well, we're supposed to be back in October. Hope to see everybody there. The energy there is always great on a Friday or a Saturday night with Little River Band. So please support the Florida Theater, and we will see you guys very soon. Please take care.
We've had a wonderful time this evening. I love these guys, and I love you as well. Thank you for watching, and please continue to support the nonprofit Florida Theater.
Now, remember to hit that silent auction, too. You can fight me for the wine package. I won't be mad if you outbid me. There's also a great trip to Colorado there, too, for you to bid on. So head to frontrowfromhome.com or floridatheater.com. And if that's too much work for you, we got a text number 2. Text front row to 797979.
And don't forget, even after this show is over, the text line is still open. That's text front row to 797979. And now to introduce our last act, I'd like to bring to you co-chair people Jason Roth and Randy Guthard.
I'm Jason Roth.
And I'm Randy Guthard.
And together, we are the co-chairs of Front Row from Home.
Tonight's virtual benefit for the Florida Theater has been in the works for months, and we really hope you've enjoyed it.
The historic Florida Theater is truly one of a kind, and the nonprofit Florida Theater organization that you're supporting tonight preserves this piece of Jacksonville's architectural heritage and funds its use as one of the country's most attended live performance venues.
Because of the Florida Theater organization, thousands of local school children are able to see their first live theater performance.
Over 400 jobs are supported.
And some of the world's greatest performing artists get to come to Jacksonville every year.
Randy and I volunteer as members of the theater's board of directors and made the additional commitment to co-chair Front Row from Home because now more than ever, it's important to support this piece of Jacksonville's history.
If you haven't done it already, we urge you to go to floridatheater.com or frontrowfromhome.com and make a tax-deductible contribution to the historic nonprofit Florida Theater.
You can also go to Front Row from Home and bid on silent auction items or text the words Front Row to 797979 to make a donation.
We were halfway to our goal of $250,000 at the start of this broadcast, and with your support, we will get the rest of the way.
On behalf of the entire Florida Theater team, thank you so much for joining us tonight and supporting the Florida Theater. We've loved spending the evening with you and truly appreciate your support. And as we say goodnight, we also say hello to our final band of the evening, the band Be Easy. Take it away, guys.
I only choose to appreciate life is short, no time to wait. Love everyone, no time to waste, no time to waste. To hate is to feel my love. I'll be the first one to say I love you. Life is precious because you never know when your time may come. So do others how you wanna be treated. Bring it in for a hug or two. If I say I love you, then I really mean it. But mama, I ain't raised no fool. A friend is a friend indeed. Call me when you're in need. In the love me, I breathe. One love is the way I want to be, the way I want to be. And I heard them say, nothing's ever promised tomorrow today. Living my best life like little Duval would say. If you got a problem with it, I'm just a call away. Ain't no need to fight, yeah, no need for confrontation. All you need is a little meditation, or sit back, relax, unwind. Be easy here to show you how to have a good time. Do what is how you wanna be treated. Bring it in for a hug or two. If I say I love you, then I really mean it. But mama ain't raised no fool. A friend is a friend indeed. Call me when you're in need. In the love me, I read. One love is the way I want to be, the way I want to
No
be.
want a bad vibe, man. We don't need them. You reap what you sow, things come in those seasons. Bad mindset, why we have to go lead them? We not par with the heathen. Now give thanks for life and the fact we're still breathing. Bring love and joy to the ones still grieving. Hope and life to the ones who believe in. We make sound, we can reason.
Do others how you wanna be treated. Bring it in for a hug or two. If I say I love you, then I really mean it. But mama ain't raised no fool. A friend is a friend indeed. Call me when you're in need. In the love me, I read. One love is the way I want to be, the way I want to be. One love, yeah. Love is the way I want to be, the way I want to be.
Again, thank you for watching. A reminder that our silent auction is still ongoing. Silent doesn't mean that you have to be silenced. Please continue to bid. Look at the things that we have to offer. You heard earlier, restaurant gift certificates, tour of Manifest Distilling, as well as an architectural tour of downtown by historian Wayne Wood. And the gift that I really like the most, Jacksonville Children's Chorus Holiday Party Entertainment, where a group of kids come in and they sing, lullaby you, but you've got to bid on it. Please continue to bid right now.
Yes. This this thing. I'm pretty sure this is twerking. Something like that.
Wrap him. And then finally they'd go, somebody please shut him up, shut him up. And Catalina, I almost said Allure Allures. Selvane.
Catalina Selvane.
Catalina
You're
Selvane.
selling veins.
Selvane. Okay.
I gotta come up with new words.
There you go, selling veins.
Selvane. Okay.
Sounds
all right, well,
awful.
are they still rolling?
Actually, let's make this an annual thing. This is the best broadcast I've ever been involved with. I want to do this every time. Don't you?
Oh boy.
That might be mine. Hold on. I knew I forgot to do
Got
something.
himself.
I knew I forgot to do something to give front row from home. That's right. Okay. All right.
Florida Theater in the house. Oh, now I'm shining a car. That's what it feels like. Oh man, I've got to go to the bathroom. Pretty bad.
We need you to. I was on a roll. We really need your.
You can put that in there.
Maybe we do a blooper reel at the end.
As many of the blah, blah, you got in your wallet, we want.
We want all that. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
I don't care. I do not care. You know, bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. The show must go on. Oh man, I love America. I love everything about this world right now. Yes, let's do this again next year.
Go to frontrowfromhome.com. Done. All right.
We also have NASCAR. It's contagious. Memorabilia.
Is my mic still on?
Come on, take your pants off with me. Come on. Come on. It's liberating. You know? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, Ken and Steve, thank you so much for letting the real me come out. And thank you, Jacksonville, for being so embracing of this online virtual fundraiser. And let's all just embrace being the normal, natural, wonderful you that you are. Sans pants, you know? 2021, sans pants. I like that. I like that a lot. This is Saturday Night Fever. Huh? Peekaboo. Peekaboo. I love this. Good night.